questions.
Uh, we backpack game, is always special. Pat Summit, legendary, and has done a lot for the game. Uh, Alumni weekend, thought the attendance was great. They came out in droves and really supported us. Fans tried to will us to a win. I can't stop thinking about there were opportunities where we could have probably sealed the game with a rebound, and we gave it up when it mattered the most. So that's what I got.
Questions?
Yeah, you guys were unable to score in the last 4 minutes or so. Was it something that they were doing, or is it mistakes on your guys' end? Just kind of take us through that stretch.
Yeah, I just think as a unit we just have to continue to grow. When they needed to make a bucket, they gave it to Madison Booker and she scored. For me, when we need a bucket, I want it to go to Madison Scott. So and that's what it is. And so we'll just continue to play through that, work through that, and hopefully when it matters the most, we'll capitalize on it.
It felt like you were able to hold down Madison Booker, for a fair chunk of the game. But I guess what did you think about the overall defense, and then I guess what went wrong in that last possession?
She just made a big shot. She didn't hurt us. Taylor Jones hurt us. Taylor Jones killed us inside, and we had no answer for her. She just punished us. And then Booker came and had 2 clutch offensive rebounds, 2 of them. We get those 2. I think we figure out a way to come out with a win. So I thought it was going to be a low-scoring game. Both of us are defensive teams. We started to get a little tight and during the last 4 minutes, and we just couldn't execute. But it wasn't because of anything they did. They're the number 7 team in the country for a reason. We just have to put ourselves in those positions and go for it.
Coach, despite the loss, just talk about some of the positive outcomes that you did see from your team today.
Well, we defended, I thought, decent. The big girl killed us inside. We just didn't have any answer for her. But at the end of the day, those were 2s. We had a couple opportunities to make some 3s that would have probably balanced that out, and we didn't. And, I just think, elite teams figure out a way to win, And so if we want to be elite, we have to figure out a way to win. And that's something that, as a team, we have to just watch film and figure out how to come up with a victory at the end. I thought that for the most part, everybody tried to do their best. We really needed to start this game from an offensive standpoint. It was an uncharacteristic game for us. She really struggled offensively. And we could have used her points to kind of balance it out. But I thought everybody played hard. I thought everybody gave their all. And, I just think elite teams figure out a way to win when it's time to do so. And I thought they dug in, and Taylor Jones made a big bucket and got a 3-point play. And then Madison Booker with 2 offensive rebounds in the clutch. I thought that if we talk about moments, that was the moment where, they took it from us.
What was your message to the team in the locker room?
I just told them that I thought that they played hard, and, we have to. I talked about those rebounds. Those were crucial. Those were crucial, and that's us wanting to win instead of just taking it. We come up with those rebounds. Maybe we win the game. I feel confident we do so because that gave them 2 extra possessions, and I think they either got fouled or scored on both. And we just couldn't afford that, right then and there. And I just said, we just have to have the courage to step up and want to do that in those moments, and we'll just continue to work on it.
Coach, another close game like this, what do you take away from this? You're almost there. You almost have a top 10 win. What do you really take away from this?
We just have to find ways to win. And people can say what they want, but those players made plays when it was time to win, and we have to make plays when it's winning time too. Like, that's how it works. Everybody that knows basketball knows that. And it could have been those rebounds. It doesn't always have to be a big shot. You know, we come up with those rebounds. That's something that we could control. We can sometimes control if the shot's going to go in. But a box out and a rebound, like, we really needed that. When we went into halftime, we were beating them on the glass. And they ended up beating us by 10. That's will. So we have to find the will to come up with those in those moments.
This one kind of feels visibly more emotional, losing this game for you guys. How do you kind of let this refresh in your mind a little bit today, but then how do you continue to move forward going in the next part of the season right now?
I mean, we play Thursday. If we want to go to the tournament, we either going to lick our wounds and cry about it, or we're going to step up and get ready to go on the road and try to get a victory. You don't have time to just wallow in your misery. You have to come on with it. And so, I don't know, it seems the same to me, like when we lost to the number 2 and 3 teams in the country. I feel the same. You know, we had opportunities. You would hope right now that we would have grown. And maybe we did. You know, before those other games, we were down by a whole bunch and then had to do something heroic. This time we were up and had a good control, and then when it was time for us just to hunker down, we just couldn't come up with the stop. And that's just something that we have to watch on film and just continue to work on. You know, it's hard to win games in the SEC, you know, and a lot of these teams are elite. Right now, my focus is making sure that we get to postseason play, NCAA tournament, because then it'll be hard to guard us. But every time you step out on the floor in the SEC, you either can win or you can lose, and you got to bring your best effort and put your best effort forward.
Based on how you evaluated how this game just specifically went, what's one piece of advice you're going to tell yourself when you get ready to go home today to kind of mend how great these young ladies can be, but maybe they have not shown it so far?
I mean, you just have to continue to work. Like coaches, that's our job, to continue to figure out ways to put our teams in the best position possible. I'm going to watch film and see maybe I could have put them in a better situation. I'm going to start with me and then figure out ways that we could show the team how we can put ourselves in the best situation possible to win these type of games. But, you know, I'm grateful. I think Texas has 3 losses. I mean, that's not an easy out. We would have had to go ahead and take this, and I thought that we could, but obviously we showed that we're not ready yet, and we'll just continue to work towards that.
Any more questions? Okay,
Thank
thank you guys.
you.